My biggest want for the Tigers is a middle reliever, but I can totally understand if people have a starter or right-handed. He loves the relief. A starter or a right-handed bat as their number one priority. Hopefully they get all three. Maz told me this morning, I asked him as well, we had the conversation. He said he thinks they get all three. Is that realistic?
No.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, there's no way.
I don't think it's realistic.
That's a lot of maneuvering.
I don't think it's realistic to expect three players. I think they'll get a bat, and I think they'll get a relief pitcher.
I can see that.
I don't think they're going to go after a starter.
I think that'd be easy to do.
Yeah.
Like you have to stir up the farm too much.
It wouldn't be anything crazy.
Starter would be harder.
Thyron Lorenzo is a very expendable piece that you can use. Howie Lee is another expendable piece that you can use to get a guy like that. I'm still looking at Eugenio Suarez and seeing what it would cost to bring him back. Mm-hmm. Guy's got 30 bombs this year, like already.
Yeah.
I would definitely take that. Pause. KeBryan Hayes is.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that a little bit later.
Who they are mentioned to want, and I don't get it.
Dude, I look at the numbers are awful.
Yeah,
he's a righty. I know he's great defensively.
He's a great defensive player at third base.
Offensively, he's ass.
He's not great.
Like bad.
He had a good year in 2023.
Golden Glove, right?
Yeah, and he was pretty good from behind the plate too. But I want to look at his advanced stats and see if maybe it's.
Go ahead. I'm gonna ask Luke why you're doing that. What is your number one need for this team? Or even is there one? Are they good how there is?
We need to get a pitcher. Like I feel like it would be
starter or reliever.
I think reliever. I feel like it would just be a really missed opportunity for them not to pick up a pitcher just to save some money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this team could be great for a long time, and I think they should drop the bag and get another pitcher.
Damn.
That's what I think.
Like a 4-man or like what? 2-man?
How many men?
Like World Series in mind when you're making the decision. Many men.
That's hard. I'd probably go 4.
Yeah. If Mize and Olsen, if they're healthy, like they could be your guy.
Yeah.
Flaherty literally was the guy, the number 2 guy in the championship situation last year. It's just he's looking kind of rough now. But he looked kind of rough the Dodgers that back half season too.
Yeah. I don't know. And honestly, compared, you watch Scooble play and then you watch these other pitchers, and it's hard to just even look good next to Scooble, I feel like.
Yeah. They did this weekend though, goddamn.
Mm-hmm. There's really nothing here
for KeBryan.
There's nothing. I'm looking at his whiff percentage.
He's a righty. You know?
I'm looking at his barrel percentage. I'm looking at his hard hit percentage. His splits against righties and lefties. There's nothing here that stands out that would be like, all right, he's going to be the difference in your offense.
Dude, he's like a 585 OPS. Or something there, like 585 or 590.
Yeah, and it's not even like he's this super base stealing threat either. I mean, he's good on the bases, but
he got 10 bases at Gold Glove year.
Yeah.
There's not. I was looking this up, but there's not like a buyout market like there is in the NBA, right? Where you can kind of get like somebody that's just a little bit
no salary cap.
So. Yeah, so you might as well just keep.
I mean, we did it with Montero.
Yeah,
or not Montero. I'm sorry.
There's waivers, and we claimed a player off waivers already.
Yeah,
you're not
Dominican fucking fireball.
You're not going to get anybody that's worth a shit off waivers. Yeah. So yeah, they're talking about KeBryan Hayes. I don't really see it.
But this is also Nightingale who said they would be all in on Bregman if that became a thing. Which I mean, what are they doing right now? Actually,
I have no idea. And they're still the trade deadline is the 31st, I believe. So you still got a month of baseball left before teams really have to start making decisions on whether they're going to sell off these pieces or what they're going to do. I do believe the Tigers are going to get somebody. I think they're going to get multiple players, but we'll see.
Danny G says we need a Japanese pitcher. Every World Series contender needs a Japanese dude.
I'm good.
Your last one.
Last one didn't work out too well.
I got food poisoning last time. Yeah, I'm kind of good on that one too. Oh well, I mean, if there's one out there.
If there's one out there, yeah, I'm not just going after a guy specifically because he's Japanese, but if he's
anyone, absolutely not happening.
Yeah. Disgusting. This is America's pastime. Damn it. No, I don't see how KeBryan Hayes would be the answer. If they added KeBryan Hayes at the deadline and we're like,
it'd be a head scratcher.
Our offense is good now. I'd be like, okay.
If they added KeBryan Hayes, it would just prove to me how much of a cheap ass Mr. Chris is.
I think right now,
Illich.
you have 3 guys that can play third base that'd be a better option behind the plate than KeBryan Hayes.
By the way, we're not even doing bad at third base right now.
Vierling, McKinstry, and Baez, I think all 3 of them would be a better option than KeBryan Hayes.
I think Baez is awesome at third base.
Yeah. And no, he's a great fielder, but like we're not looking to add a fielder at third base. We're looking to add a guy who can hit to this lineup.
Honestly, when I watch, which has been a lot this year, I mean, honestly, probably almost every game, the only concern in field is wherever the fuck Cole Keith is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty solid. I'm not even tripping over the third base stuff anymore. Alrighty, yes. Third base specifically,
Cartier says we should trade for Ohtani for real. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you can call LA and see if they're answering calls on old Shohei.
Oh, LA.
Hey, I know you guys have a once-in-a-lifetime pitcher you just signed to an insane contract that stretched over 57 years.
Possibly maybe the greatest baseball player ever.
Yeah, how do you feel about Max Clark?
Caleb Zarnik against as a starter that will eat innings and keep the pen fresh for October would be amazing.
Yeah.
And honestly, Montero, he was that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a guy you need. If you're just looking for an inning eater, I don't know if that's a guy you trade for. I think that would be a guy you'd...
Do you think SGL could be that? Become that?
Yeah, I could see that. Him or Montero. I don't know. They're going to do something. You're not the best team in the league, and then you don't do anything at the deadline. They're going to add pieces to make their team better, but that's what the KeBryan Hayes part confuses me, is I think that would be making your team worse. If you bring in KeBryan Hayes and you either give up or take away at-bats from guys like Zach McKinstry, Vierling, or Javi Baez, I think that makes your offense worse.
Unless you play shortstop, plays with Sweeney, but then... There's only one.
Yeah, really. Sweeney's really the only person on your roster right now that KeBryan Hayes is better than.
Yeah.
So, that's not I'm looking for a step up. And I understand maybe Scott Harris sees something there. He does have a good hard hit rate. Like he's got his barrel rate is kind of mid, but his hard contact rate is pretty good. So maybe that's what they're looking at. Maybe they think they can tap into something in that 2023 year where he was pretty damn good at the plate. He wasn't great, but he was pretty good. You know what he's going to be at third base defensively, but I'm not looking to bring on a redemption project as your prized possession of a World Series aspiration season at the deadline. Like I'm a team that I think the Tigers should and do believe that they have a chance to make and win the World Series.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're bringing in a guy that's like, hey, I can fix him when you're trying to add to your arsenal to win a World Series right now. Like,
yeah. And I know the offense could be questionable because of what last year was, but I think Green's taking a step up. Not McGonigal, but Dingler's there now.
Yep.
Like a lot of the young guys you brought up, Torres,
Javi.
Very consistent. Javi, like I think I'm gonna place now the offense and I'm comfortable. I'm kind of leaning towards the pitching, whether it's a bullpen guy or guys that eat up innings. I'm totally on board with that. I'm not mad at all 3, by the way. If you pick any 1, any 2, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. But I think a bat's got to be one of them.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Righty specifically?
Righty specifically.
Danny G says, but now imagine Baez at third base, but instead he's Japanese.
Yeah. That'd be pretty crazy, honestly. How did Baez?
I hope fucking Cleveland trades Steven Kwan at the deadline.
I do too.
That'd be pretty fucking awesome.
I hope Cleveland trades everybody and they just dissolve into nothing. Because
how did we play the Jays rivalry weekend and not the Guardians?
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Who did they play?
The Twins, I think. I don't know. But yeah, Blue Jays. We just did a whole little powwow with the Blue Jays. Yeah, you don't do that with your rivals, bud. Like, yeah, no, we definitely Guardians should have been our. I don't think I hate a baseball team more than the Guardians, other than the Yankees.